Hi everybody, my name's Doug Wilson, and this is Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. On this video, we're going to take a look at most of my knife designs, okay? I am a custom sheath builder, but I'm also a knife designer, and I have several designs being made by different knife makers, okay? Most of my designs are made by Joshua Blankenship at Ankura Knife Company. Ankura, A-N-K-U-R-A. And basically you say, hey, Josh, can you build me one of Doug's designs? I want the backpacker, or I want a switchback, or I want a talon, or I want a backcountry, or whatever, okay? He'll say, sure, what steel, what, blah, 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 scales and thickness, and you have it exactly the way you want it. Then when he builds it, he'll send it to me, and you and I will work on a sheath together for it, and then it becomes a custom knife and sheath system. Completely yours. You build it. I mean, for all intents and purposes, you put it together. We just build it and build it and build it. All right? So if you guys stay tuned, we're going to take a look at most of my knife designs and what's available that can be custom made for you. Please, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This was going to be a good one. I want to let everybody know right now that almost all of these designs are available to you. But they're not production knives. These are all custom-made knives. You can have them how you want them. So basically what you do is you contact the maker, which is usually Joshua Blankenship at Ankura Knife Company. Okay? Contact him and say, hey, I want one of Doug's designs. How about, can I get a switchback? Now, here's the switchback. Now, this is just one switchback of many that he has built to this point, right? This one belongs to a client. Okay? This one has natural micarta scales. And it looks like bluing on the blade. Just regular bluing. This stuff will wear off. It just, if you want something that's not going to wear off really easy, have him Cerakote your blade. However, I prefer nothing on my blades. I prefer my blades like this. I don't even want them polished like this. I just want them metal colored. Okay? So, let me see if I got one that's... here we go. This is the backpacker. Okay? This is how I prefer my blades. This is the backpacker model. Okay? Now, I'm going to go through these one by one and show it to you, and then I'm going to show you the sheath system I built for mine, because most of these knives are mine. There's a couple that belong to clients, like that switchback. So let's get started. Let's start with this guy here. This is the OG Viper. Okay? The OG Viper. Now, I'm not going to say, hey, this is 01 tool steel. You can have this in several different steels. Just say, hey, Josh, I want an OG Viper with CPM 3V, or 01 tool steel, or 1095, or 80 CRV2. He works with several different steels, okay? And then you work with him and, and choose some scales for it and some pins. He's still got some of my hawk head pins. So there you go. This is the OG Viper. Okay. 90-degree spine, really sharp. This is a fighter bushcrafter. Okay. Mostly a bushcrafter that's got really good comfort geometry. Okay. When you choke up on this thing, you get a lot of leverage on it because that handle goes up past the webbing of your hand here. So there's the webbing of your hand. When you choke up on this thing, you're way up there. And it's still on the handle so it doesn't hurt. Right? That's how I designed it. Okay? These are carbon fiber scales with stainless steel pins. Alright? The OG Viper. This one happens to have white liners. You can get liners too if you want. Okay, so let's look at the sheath that I built for it. Now, these are my personal knives. Most of these are prototypes that I have. But they're fully functioning designs of my own. Okay? And basically what happens is when I give Josh a design, it basically becomes a collaboration between him and I because it never stays exactly the way I design it. It's impossible with a custom knife. All right? It's very close, but every one is different. Okay? Depending on what steel you choose or the scales you choose, the handle could be a little fatter, it could be a little skinnier, it could be, just little minor changes due to materials and workmanship. Okay? So this is a flip out ferro rod. I put a lock on this one. All right. So just undo the lock, push it out, right? Take your scraper out. I got a scraper behind here, right? Use it. Then flip it back. Flip it right over the lock. Pull the lock up and put it back down. Okay? I can make you something like this. Okay? It's got a really close belt loop. This is a KYDEX belt loop that I made. And this makes it, really close to the body. It puts it really close to the body, which I don't always prefer. With guys with bigger bellies like myself, you don't want it tight up against your belt. You just don't, right? You want a little comfort there. You want a little give. So I would recommend a belt clip in that instance, okay? I can also put a dangler on it. That's just this sheath. That's how I chose to make it, okay? The OG Viper. Okay? That's number one. The next one is, this one is the Backpacker. Now, this is a light that I'm testing. It's called the Aurora, okay? It's totally rechargeable, okay? Got 3 different settings, all right? 600 lumens this thing is, okay? And it's also got a strobe, all right? Nice light. So far, I'm very happy with it. It is a perfect size for putting on most of my sheath systems. The bigger ones, we can put a Phoenix E12 version 2 on there, the bigger knives. But the smaller knives, like this Backpacker, I put the Aurora on this one, and these things work. They really work well. I took one of these and threw it in a bucket of water for like 3 hours on, and it was fine. So they are waterproof. I don't ever recommend you throwing a light in a river, but there's that capability if you need it. You know what I mean? So that's the Aurora. I like the light. I really do. It's every bit as nice as a Phoenix or an Olight or Surefire or whatever. Okay, and they're not super expensive. That's a big deal with me. I want a good light to put on these that's not super expensive. So this fits the bill. All right. I really like this light. I may be switching over to it. I got a couple more weeks of testing on this one, but really, I'm impressed with it. It's got a small button, so it's hard to accidentally turn it on. Okay, just take the tip of your finger, put it right on that button, pop it twice, and it comes on. And then you can scroll through the settings. Okay? And then hit it a little bit longer and turn it off. And then to do the strobe, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, 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 boop. All right? There you go. The Aurora. Okay? This is my backpacker. I got reptile grip tape on there. These are the Surefire. I'm sorry. Surefeel? No. Sure Touch. Sure Touch G10. There's no rubber in these scales. Not like my Delta Whiskey Infinities if you ordered that type of scale material. There's no rubber in this one. It just looks like it. These are all G10. So I put some grip tape on it, and this stuff really works well. I'm pretty sure it's called serpent tape or reptile tape. Something like that. I can't remember. But look for it. Google it. Okay. I actually had this one made in 1/8 inch stock, CPM 3V. It does not have to be any thicker than that, especially with CPM 3V. It's a light backpacking knife, right? That's great for bushcraft. You can do slightly larger chores with it. It's got almost a 3-inch blade. It's like 2.5, 2 3/4 inch blade. I really like this design. It's very comfortable. Okay? And then this is set up for my suspender carry. My suspenders go in there, and I clip it, and it's right there on my chest. Just like that. Really a very convenient way to carry your knife in the field. I don't have any problem with it. Matter of fact, it's so convenient, I never take it off until I'm ready to go to bed. You know? Until I get in that hammock. Okay, so there's that one. This is the backpacker. Josh builds this one too. Okay? I showed you this one. This is the switchback. Alright? Here's my switchback. Now this one does have Cerakote on it. This blade is, I don't know, maybe going on 2.5 years old. Right? And that Cerakote is still on there. And I use this blade a lot. I did take the spine down a little and took the Cerakote off the spine so I could strike a ferro rod or 90-degree spine. Okay? And it's not chipping or anything. Good Cerakote's good stuff. If that's what you want. I do not prefer that though. Okay? I wanted to try it. I tried it. You know what I mean? I don't need it. Right? Take care of your blades. They won't rust. All right? Just take care of them. So here's my setup here. This one has a small tech lock on it with a mount plate that I can put a Molly lock clip on as well. Ferro rod on the front. Josh made me a matching ferro rod for my switchback. This is called Hulk Caged. Voodoo Resins. That's who makes these scales. And you can work it out with him. They got all types of different cool looking scales, right? He's got all types of material that he can. He's pretty versatile. That's why I like to work with him. He's multi-talented when it comes to building different types of knives. Okay? And I think since he's been building my designs, he's gotten even better at building bushcraft style knives. You know, bushcraft and camping and hunting. Okay? Because he's got his own style. He's got his own designs that are different than mine, which is good. You want variety. You want to be able to choose, right? So there it is, the switchback. Okay? None of these knives are heavy, all right? This one is 5/32 seconds thick, okay? Not real thick. Doesn't need to be, right? Smaller knives don't need to be. This is like a 3.5, 4-inch blade. So who's next? This one's next. This is one of my more recent designs. This is the Spartan. The Spartan. This one turned out really nice. CPM 3V. It's just what I choose, right? You can choose whatever steel you want. Okay, 5/30 seconds thick. It's got G10 scales with my hawk head pins. He's still got a few of these left if you want to get them. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I talked to him and said if somebody wants them, go ahead and use them. I'll buy more. I'll get some more. But Josh, if you're watching this, save me a couple, because I'm gonna have the next prototype with these too. All right, please. All right, so that's the Spartan. Super duper comfortable fighter bushcrafter. It's got a quasi double handguard there. It's got a nice aggressive pommel on the back, right? Anyway, I was cracking nuts. They were nuts, right? That I'm cracking acorns and walnuts and stuff, right? Nice, generous lanyard loop there, lanyard hole. Really turned out nice. This design is really cool. It's got a nice 5-inch blade, fairly wide, right? Just a drop point with a a sweep. Okay, so there it is. This is the Spartan. I love it. This is a great knife. All right. You can even, he'll even grind it a certain way if you want it. You got to talk to him about it. And then what happens is he builds the knife, then he sends it to me, and you and I work on a sheath together for it. So it becomes a knife and sheath system, completely custom. You get it exactly the way you want it. You don't have to buy it off a website or buy it off of eBay or, buy it from a production knife maker and you get what you get. Well, this, you get what you want. So here's the sheath that I built for it. Okay. Just a basic. This is called Recon. This KYDEX called Recon. Recon Fog. I'm pretty sure that's it. And then I got a combat lock belt clip on the back, canted, right? Gets a handle up in the air a little bit. This is a cross draw setup right here. You wear it on your left hip and draw it with your right hand, right? You can also put it in a vertical position and wear it on your left side with a right hand draw if you want. I can also make a dangler for this if you want. I can have all that together in one sheath. And all you got to do is take things off, put things back on. It's not hard. I don't make it hard. It's not complicated. These are very simple designs, and they work well in the field. That's most guys. That's what I hear the most. They're great, simple designs that work well in the field. That's what guys say all the time. And the retention, the actual fit and finish, it's off the charts. I'm anal about this stuff. If it's not perfect, it doesn't leave this shop. And honestly, I don't care how much time I spend on it. Say you bought this sheath, and let's say you paid 2 elk skins. Okay, right? I don't care if it takes me 3 hours or 6 hours. It's going to be perfect before it leaves this shop. Okay? That's why I have so many requests for sheaths, and I can't do them all. So some of them fall by the wayside because I never hear from the guys again. It just seems to work out for me that I can spend more time on each sheath to give you guys what you want and what I feel you deserve for the field. How's that? Okay? Because, like I said, I get a lot of orders, but I can't do them all. Right? So it's kind of like I just let things go the way they go. But if you want to become a client of Yellowhawk, once you order the first sheath system, you get preferential treatment from that point on. That's the way it is. That's how I am. Okay? And you'll find that, at my build time is anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, but you'll find that most of the time I get them done sooner than that. Sooner than even 6 weeks. Most of the time. Because I do it full time. I'm down here all the time working and building sheath systems. Okay? So there it is. There's the Spartan. All right, who's next? I am. Oh, okay. Hold on. Where'd you go? Oh, here. Oh, here he is. Okay. This is the Viper Necker. Okay? The Viper Necker. Every one of these seems to look a little bit different, right? They're all cool looking though, right? They're all, they all got that sweep. They all got the thumb ramp on there for thumb pushes and a cool looking, spear type blade. Got the cutouts for, for, I don't know what you call this, torque, whatever, for carving and, you can see the shave out, the thumb shave out. There it is. Okay. I'm a big proponent of finger grooves. That gives you a very sure grip. Okay. And it'll fit. Don't worry. It will fit your hand. Okay. This is a Necker. Right? It's got a flip out ferro rod. These are very popular. Guys get them all the time. Clockwise. Always clockwise for these things. Then it won't loosen up on you. Okay? Clockwise. Just pop it out there. Watch my latest video. The Fall Rendezvous. A couple of times in there we're using these. Alright? And I tell you, this is a cool thing. A lot of guys swear by them. They just swear by them. It doesn't fall, or it's not loose. It's under tension. It doesn't hurt your chest while it's on your neck. That kind of thing. Okay? The Viper Necker. I also have a larger one called the Viper EDC. I just don't have it here right now. It looks just like this one, but bigger. Okay, a little bit bigger. Okay? The Viper Necker. Okay. Next one. The Little Hawk Mecker. Okay. Now, Joshua Blankenship builds this one as well. Okay. This is Green Elder Burl. And this was made by Brian Sells, English Mountain Knives. Good knife maker, right? But, you know, he's got a family and a job, and, you know, he's not a full-time knife maker. So I get it, right? But I also need to have somebody do these reliably so that guys can get them in their hands when they want them, right? So Josh is building this now, and he does a good job. Josh is just, he's really good. Okay, here's the sheath I built for this one. Okay, flip out ferro rod again. I'm addicted to these things because they're so convenient. You get this thing out in the field, you got fire. This is around your neck, and this is all you got fire. It's that simple. You know, I've never not been able to get a fire with a ferro rod in the field, right? You just got to have the right tinder. That's all. And there's 1,000 videos out there that'll teach you what to look for. Okay? And there's that one. Who's next? Ooh, the Farnhawk. Okay, this one is made by Sam Farnworth at Firekeeper Forge. Okay? It's called the Farnhawk. Another collaboration between me and the knife maker. He doesn't build these too often. He's got his own designs. But I'm sure if you contact him, he'll build you one. And then he'll send it to me for a sheath system. Okay? This design is made for KYDEX, not leather. All my designs are built for a KYDEX sheath. So that there are geometries that lend themselves better to KYDEX than to leather. And that's how I design my knives, for KYDEX. Okay? Farnhawk. This is Walnut Burl, I think. He did a great job. He does a good job on these. Sam's a good knife maker. He is. Very good. Okay. Who else? We're here. Oh, there he is. The Infinity. This is the Delta Whiskey Infinity. Okay. Now, the pre-order list for this is pretty much done. Everybody's on it. I've already ordered all the knives. They're coming in January, February time frame. But I ordered a few extras. And I still got a couple left if you're interested. Okay? And you want to get on that pre-order list. All right? Just let me know. Delta Whiskey Infinity. This one's made by LT Wright Custom Knives. Okay? I'm very fortunate to have LT Wright pick up this design for me. Very fortunate. You don't do it for everybody. There's the sheath system. Now this is a straight up wilderness EDC, right? It can do a little bit of chopping. It's got a choke up choil. Turns that, 5.5-inch blade into a 5.5-inch blade. Anyway, you get up a lot closer to the piece of work that you're on, and you get a lot of torque. I tell you, that's important to me. I want to be able to get that piece of wood as close to my finger as I can get it, right? Because it's just much more comfortable and more power that way, right? Okay, there it is. Delta Whiskey Infinity. This is the Raptor Dangler. I can build this for any system. This one clips into the belt clip. Okay? clips into it. So you put it in there, you center it, and it clips in there. And it's in there. It's not going anywhere. All right? And then when you want to just wear it as a belt carry, you take this out. This stays on your belt if you want it to, right? And then you can either cant the belt clip back to the canted position or leave it the way it is. Got that mount plate on the back that I can put a Molly lock clip on. I can also put a voodoo dangler on this too. That's what that dimple is right there, if I want to. So I can do all this for you. Okay, there's that. All right, I think this is the last. No, this is second to the last. Okay, this is, I'm trying to remember, the Talon. I think we call this the Talon. Okay, it's either Raptor or Talon. I can't remember. I can never remember this for some reason. Okay, I think it's the Talon. I think it is, but it could be the Raptor. I'm a piece of work. Okay, this is a Bushcrafter chopper. Okay, so basically what you have here, you got a Scandi grind here, and you got a nice chopping belly here. This is a full convex. Well, actually, it's a Scandi Vex. Okay, Scandi convex with a straight blade here for doing your, whatever, slicing or feather sticks or whatever, and then you can chop with this bad boy. All right, it's a kukri like, got a multi-positional handle, right? I use this quite a bit in the field too. Love it. Love it. Josh does a good job with these. Okay. They're going to be a little pricey. They're big. They're huge. Well, not huge, but it's a big chopper, right? Okay. There's the system I built for it. It's got a pouch on it. These pouches generally come with a tin inside. I got a ferro rod through the webbing. I think there's something else in here too. Can't remember. Oh, I got a compass in there. Compass in there. And then I usually pack mount this one with a Molly lock clip right in the center. Okay. Bam. Okay. All right, one more. Okay, one more. This is the Delta Whiskey Backcountry. Now, this one's slimmed down a little bit. Usually, it has a little bit more of a belly on it. Usually, okay? But Mike slimmed this one down, right? This one's mine. So, the Delta Whiskey Backcountry. This is made by Mike Wallace. Now, Mike Wallace isn't building custom knives anymore. So now Joshua Blankenship is building this. Okay? If you want one, he'll build you one. Okay? If you won't get the pyro plug, this is Mike's personal pyro plug. All right? He asked me not to have anybody replicate this. So you might get a dimple there if you want it for a bow drill divot, but not the pyro plug, not that brass piece in there. Okay? Delta Whiskey Backcountry. This is a chopper. Chopper, it's got a, I don't know, 6-inch blade maybe. I can't remember. Yeah, almost 6 inches. Well, actually 6 1/4. Let me see. Nope, 6 inches. 6 inches. All right. And then I figured I'd build a cool looking sheath for this one. Okay. Pack mount. It's got a fine diamond rod sharpener on it. Okay. It's got a flip out ferro rod on the back. This is a bumper right here. This is a bumper. it's under tension, but it still, that bumper keeps it from popping out on you. Okay? All right, guys. That's it. That's most of my designs. There's probably a couple more. I mean, I have the BMF and the LMF. I'll show them on a different video. They're on the website, though, on my collaborations page. All right? These are some backpackers, and there's also a switchback, this one here, in there. These are my designs, and they're built by Joshua Blankenship at Ankura Knife Company. Here's a couple of the sheaths I've built for them so far. They're all getting sheath systems put on them. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Doug Wilson from Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. See ya!